Okay, let's see what we got here, YouTube. Nice. Hey, what's up, Burn? How are you? Nice to see you. YouTube, we are just starting up another Beggars View Circus, the show where we live and we thing. So when we live, we thing. Sometimes that thing is play a video game. Sometimes we really play the video game. Sometimes we don't. Sometimes we watch movies. Sometimes we do YouTube reviews. Sometimes we do reactions. We do a whole bunch of stuff. Right now we're doing blueprints. I'm just addicted to this game. This game is like I said, I don't think I've played a game this much since Noita. I'm trying to think. Burn, can you think of any other game that I really got flooded with? Keplerth, maybe, right? I played Keplerth for a long time. Trying to think if there's any other ones, recent ones. Most of them, like, I'd start to get into them. I mean, Minecraft, yeah, that's back in the day, though. I mean, recently. Like, oh yeah, that's true. I did do a stint with Minecraft where I was in there for a while until I lost that hardcore world that I had spent a lot of time getting souped up. Yeah, that basically brought me to the realization that I don't enjoy hardcore Minecraft anymore. It's one thing to be good at something. It's another thing to be good at it and enjoy it. I used to enjoy it. First time around was very fun. Trying to 100% all the, what do you call them? Advancements. The advancements? They're not called achievements. I don't know, whatever they are. Even the secret ones, the super secret ones, you had to get them without dying. Hey, what's up, Mr. Fish? Oh yeah, Tiny Rogues for sure. Yeah, Tiny Rogues is another one, and that one I played more offline than I did on stream. So yeah, that one caught me, and I still play Tiny Rogues. I love Tiny Rogues. The only reason I haven't played it recently is there really hasn't been an update for a while, so there's not much else to do. But yeah, that for sure. Tiny Rogues, this game, and Keplerth are the only ones I can think of that I just got totally hung out on. And obviously, like I said, Noita, but Noita I think has been much like Minecraft used to be. Noita has been like the foundation of the channel for a long time. Since I left Minecraft, I'd say Persona was for a little bit. And then once I got the guts to play Noita on stream, I remember doing that, and people like, why don't you just quit? Why don't you just don't play it anymore? Just don't play it anymore. Because I would get so frustrated. We die at Snowy Caverns every single time. Snowy Depths. And if we didn't, we'd make it to Hisi Base, we die. And then there was one night we had a breakthrough, and we made it to Jungle, and I forget what we did after that. I think we dug around after that. We still didn't end up winning. We just ended up digging around for a while and then dying. Spent my day packing up half my stuff, so I don't have to move everything on graduation. Oh, that's right. Oh shit, I forget it's May. I better start a game before the before the game starts to roll credits on me. Yes, we are on day 74. No, I am not the fastest at this game. So what are we up to tonight, though? Tonight, we're going to be trying to get the lore of BlackBridge tonight. We're going to try to get as much lore on BlackBridge we can, which means diving into Orinda. Or in Ares, I believe it is. Orinda Ares, maybe. So we should be getting a library book with it at some point. I don't have a package here. I do have an allowance. And then before we go to the side place, let's see. So how much stuff do you have to pack, Fish? Are you super stacked with all sorts of goodies that you have to bring home, or do you tend to live light when you're living on the dorms? All right, so we got a hallway with a key. Always good to have a hallway with a key. I think we should take the reading nook, because that'll get us library, and that will get us our first step, which is the I believe it's even called something along the lines of BlackBridge. Oh, we won't get the book. We'll get the chance to check the book out at the library is what it is. Yeah, there it is. I moved a lot during the winter and spring break, but there's a good chunk of stuff. Most of my computer and furniture. Oh, well, that's true, because this is it. This is it. You ain't going back. Okay. Good, good. Oh, there's a chest in here, too. Nice. Okay, so we want the Curse of BlackBridge. Redford Ooling, really? He's one on the family tree, I'm pretty sure. All right. So we'll definitely be taking that out next time. Nice. All right. I will pay. I will pay. No, because we might be able to come back for this. Because we are going to run back. If we can get Parlor, we can definitely do it. Whenever you draw Dovecote, while drawing it, you may rotate floor plans. That is interesting. Is it Dovecote? Is that how it's pronounced? Or Dovecot or Cote? Like I'm still not sure. I mean, we did draft this room once. Attic though. I mean, oh, we don't have enough for attic. I guess it's commissary. Let's see. We definitely want the sleeping mask. Chevelle. And do we want the salt shaker? For trading at the trading post? Yeah, I think I'm gonna take the salt shaker for trading. Dovecote. Okay. It is Dovecote. I've also been setting up the friend group Minecraft server. Ooh. I haven't played on a Minecraft server in ages. Like a real one. I played on a few, but they were like people either like forced me to play on them or like, you know, I played on it because I thought it was going to get me like a bunch of people coming over from, I think what the name of that group was that tried to force me to join their server in the middle of a stream. Found a really good seed, decided to set a tiny world border. It's going to start at 672 blocks and slowly expand to 5,120. The smallest pocket edition size to the largest Xbox ones. Oh, that's not bad. Actually, I double checked. It's cot. Like the bed. Huh. Oh, like Wayne's cot. Like, cause I always thought it was Wayne's coat or Wayne's coating. But apparently it's not. Apparently it's Wayne's cot. I do want coat check. I do want our hammer, our power hammer, but I think at this point, we kind of have to just stick with this. This should give us experiment, right? No? No experiment? Oh, dude, that was so stupid. I should have run the experiment first. That's so dumb. It's literally a house for pigeons. Yeah, exactly. Whenever you draft a hallway from another hallway, each bedroom you draft after your second, each time you eat an apple. See, I could have done this. Add a small chest to the entrance hall. Gain 3 gold for each red room in your house, or add 3 aquariums to today's draft pool. These are all pretty terrible. For each bedroom you draft after your second, we'll add a thing to the entrance hall. I think that'll be fine. I think that'll be fine. What we're really trying to do here, though, is to get the, we want the parlor. Workshop's actually pretty good at this point. I do like workshop. Battery. And I think we can battery pack the shovel. Oh, we still need one more thing for that. I think it's the handle. But that's fine. I do want to head outside. But it's like we've kind of run to the point of maybe not being able to head back right away. Wait a minute. I don't remember seeing this hat on this. What the hell? I just opened the door by touching a bureau. I'm that guy. Okay. Well, we want the extra wind up so that we can go to the outside room. We might have to go out there through the garage. That might be our quickest way. All right, let's see if we can win the box. The gems are not in this box. The gems are in the blue box. Let's see what blue box has to say about that. The gems are not in this box. The gems are not in the white box. Okay. The gems are not in this box. The gems are in the blue box. Okay. So we have to have two falses. We have to have at least one false and one true. I think it's the white box. The gems are not in this box. The gems are not in the white box. Actually, it could be. It's in the blue box. Ugh. GTA 6 is delayed until next May. What? Are you serious? Next May? All right, so this cannot technically be false. Gems are not in the white box. So if this is false, no, this can't be true, right? Or this can't be false. Expected to get delayed, but not an entire year. I mean, that's kind of a whole year is kind of crazy. I could see putting it off 6 months. A whole year means something's wrong. Right, but they've been working on it for so long. To have this is the thing. They've been working on it so long, there was no need to announce it was coming out. So for them to announce it was coming out this year, and probably this summer, and to have them push it off that far out, that's a problem. If it was just the game was not ready, they would not have announced. They were ready. They were ready to go. Something happened. Both got delayed by a year. Oh, okay. Maybe that's just how they do it, though. 8 months. Yeah. I mean, 8 months is yeah. They announced it because it got leaked. Oh, well, they should have announced it for like 2026. To announce it for 2025 is stupid. Unless, like you said, unless this is part of their normal routine. The gems are not in this box. The gems are not in the white box. So if this was true, the gems would be in here, which would mean this would have to be false. The gems are not in this box. Gems are in the blue box. Okay, both of those can be false. The gems are not in this box. The gems are not in the blue box. Okay, so it could be, yeah, it could be this one. Yep. Okay. I was gonna say, I know there was some sort of logic where it was gonna be wrong. Do it like Oblivion remastered. Nobody is disappointed in it because nobody had time to care and speculate. Yeah, exactly. Just drop it. Drop it on them when it's ready, and don't even tell anybody. What I just read said they are actually trying to avoid crunch time woes. That to me says their servers failed stress tests. That's what that tells me. Actually, no, because they usually they don't release an online version with their first version, right? Oh, I can rotate these, right? But even if I rotate these, it's not going to be any good. It's still going to block off the way that I want to go. All right, so what do I need? Do I need steps, or I think I'm going to get the observatory. So there's a band out there that I really enjoy called Lucius. Now, I like their stuff from the early 2010s a lot better than their recent stuff, like the 2020 stuff. And even their most recent album, not a big fan of it. But they have this one killer song on it called Orange Blossoms, which is like, it's not like anything I've ever heard. Like the verse parts are, but they have this chorus in it that's like, shakes my head. They're a pop band, so it's not my rock side coming out there. So I would, obviously take everything I say with a grain of very pop flavored salt. Let's see. Yeah, I think courtyard's the way to go. Give me a hammer. I will take a metal detector, though. Metal detector works. The reason I bring it up is the song is literally rotating in my head right now. The chorus part of it is. And, like, it's newer, and they're not a very popular band. So I think the lyrics that people have put up are wrong. Not the YouTube. Oh, where is my YouTube? It started. Oh, I don't have my, YouTube chat up. That's it. It's like, I'm pretty sure I'm on, but I didn't have the chat up. What's up, Ivy? How you doing? Sorry. Good thing you told me, though, because I would have had that down the whole time. I could have had, like, a whole bunch of people come in. I don't think there's a raid system in YouTube, though. So it's not like somebody from another channel could have come in and blessed me and I could have been sitting around diddling. Well, I do appreciate you letting me know, because yeah, I would have just sat there the whole time. All right, let's get the billiards room. Although I shouldn't have done that. I should have gone for something that would have brought me back into the main room, but that's fine, whatever. All right, we're gonna try to fake our way through this. 9, 3, no, 9, 18. Yeah, okay. I don't know what the symbols are here. These are definitely different symbols. Okay, so 12, 5, 12, 5, 17, 18, 20 divided by 2. 2? No. Would it be foolish to share what I have been through? I don't know. Depends. I mean, there's not, like I said, there's not a lot of people hanging out on YouTube, so I don't think anybody's going to know anyway. Let me put this back up so it's not so crazy. You certainly can. I mean, I won't stop you. All right, so 9. And then it was what? Oh, I totally forget what it was now. 9. It wasn't 3. It was 5? No. Like in vids and stuff? Yeah, I would definitely be careful of that. That's right, this was 18. Oh, I hear what you're saying. Yeah, the chat is replayed in there. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. Very few people read YouTube chat, but if it's something that's personal, yeah, I would probably not. You know, you can always send it in a DM if it's something that's, you know, not safe for broadcast. All right, so let's say we do this. Is this the reverse one? I forget how this works. Because a 17, 18, 9 divided by 10? No. 30 divided by 10 is 3? No. 3? No. 9, 5. No, it was 9, 18. 9, 18. What would this one be? Did we do 5 for this already? I think we did. No, we didn't. Okay, perfect. All right, silver key. It's like silver chair. I always say that. Why do I say it over and over and over again? Oh my goodness. The silver chair joke. Please stop with the silver chair joke. Calm. I don't know, but something is pushing me to share what happened at the last job, but part of me doesn't. Oh, okay. Now, like I said, if it's something that you don't want out in the open, then yeah, I definitely would not put it in YouTube. Courtyard. Working at the courtyard, going down, down, down. Working at the courtyard, about to slip down. This puts us at a cutoff either way, no matter what we do here. So I think we take the items. It's really weird, huh? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Now I would open up Twitch for that. Oh, okay. All right, where are we going from here? Observatory to den, huh? The only other thing I could think of is that we could head back, try to get an item, but I think we just go this way. All right. The world is a strange place. It is indeed. It is a very strange place. All right, double keys. So I made a key out of that. I made a key necklace out of it. Ooh, we put some salt on that turnip. Salt shaker. Let me see a shake of salt like a salt shaker. Nail. Got nailed by blueprints. Does Chapel do anything for us? Yeah, Chapel's better, I think. Scary nail. It's always a scary nail, right? It's like going to get your nails done the wrong way. I need to use a silver key. I think this is a mistake, actually. I think I screwed that up. Actually, I did not. I did all right. I don't know how many of these are gears. So I think we just take the dining room, the steps, but then we're kind of blocked off. We're not super blocked off though. I think we're fine. I think we're fine. We'll take our lunchbox with us. Enjoy a lunch. That still cracks me up. The angel's name is Joya in the game, and well, one of the angels. And this is the Enjoya. I just dropped sun chips all over the floor. One sec. Here we go. Got it. Cat caught a mouse and ate it today. Good cat. I think we have to get mouse traps around here. Yeah, it's kind of gross when they do it, but you definitely would prefer that than having the mouse running around free. This is not an episode of Tom and Jerry. All right, secret passage does nothing for us. Pantry allows us to continue. Let's do pantry. Played with this food. Yeah, they all do that. They all do that. They don't, they're not really, not very considerate of their food. All right. Tomorrow you will start with 1 key for each time room you draft today. Yeah, I haven't drafted the clock tower yet, so I definitely want to take a look at this. Okay, so this is what time? This is 1:30. Now, I haven't actually been up here in the clock tower yet, and they say that there is a oh, that's scary. They say there's a sanctum key up here. So we gotta keep our eyes open. Okay, this has a rook. That's good. I'll take that. Cool. What is this? Like a broken vase? Southward, I see a swan, ashen like the sands of the shore, carried by westwardly winds, rogue like the moon of the north. Eastward, I see a crow. Dark are the days coming forth. Okay, well, this is good. I gotta get a snip of this, because this is some sweet poetry right here. I would read this at a poetry slam, which is kind of funny because we used to call them poetry readings, and they became poetry jams, and then somehow they became poetry slams. This is what we'll call this. We'll call this cardinal directions. It's a silly kitty, but he's a good baby. Yeah, they're you know, when they do their job like that, you gotta give them a little bit of praise. All right, so this is the Orinda symbol. He's like 6 now. Wow. I remember when he first showed up. That's crazy that I've known you that long that I can actually remember when the kitten showed up. Southward swan. Southward swan on a westerly wind. The moon's in the north. Eastward, I see a crow. Interesting. So now they said up here there is a, doesn't feel that long, I know, right? They have said that up here is a sanctum key, but I am not seeing. It says up high among the clocks. All right, what is this attached to? Anything? Hey, what's up, Laser? How are you? Come on and slam, and welcome to the jam. Yeah, the Space Jam Poetry Jam. Okay, so they're talking about north, south, east, and west. I'm exhausted. Just got off work and got home. What are you doing for work again? I forget. I'm a V. Not entirely sure what that means. All right, so this is the west. Okay, so this is part of the what do you call it? This is part of their sigil. So let me take a snip of this as well. Take a big sniff. Can I get, hang on, can I get this and raise like this? I can. All right, give me a sec. Okay, good. Good. Sigil. Sigil watchtower. Or clock tower, I should say, but watchtower is fine. I'm a cook. Oh, Zaxby's, nice. I quit a bad habit and moved on to something a little better. That's nice. I'm guessing you quit vaping. All right, so I wonder if this... Ah, they're all the same. And they're all backwards, yep. But where would the sigil be? Onto cigars. Cigars aren't that much better for you. I know you don't inhale them, but you know, maybe we need to break this down with the power hammer because this looks broken. I don't have the power hammer today though. That's kind of bad. Can I fall off? No. That's a bit terrifying, by the way. Excuse me. Yeah, we. All right. We need to get over to that side. It's important. It's important. The dark room. That would be... That wouldn't be great, but we can try it. It's a cigar that's more like a cigarette. Oh, you mean like the little Churrillo ones there? They're still not great for you. They're more bad for your mouth than anything else. I'll take a double gem requirement. I didn't even know what that's going to do, but hey, I was right. I was like, it's got to be hallway. Nice. That was a good choice. That was a good choice, Kim. Basically, I started smoking cigarettes, and that's not better. That's worse. That's worse than vaping. Do I want 2 exits here? Is it worth a gem? Trying to quit nicotine completely? Well, at least, you know, go for like the pouches or something. The nicotine pouches, not the tobacco pouches. All right, this should be the garage, and this should get us outside. It is not the garage. All right, the garage is below. You know what, though? I think we'll take a guest bedroom. Get some more steps. We got 90 steps, so we're pretty good here. You were always told cigarettes are better than vaping? Absolutely not. 100% false. I mean, neither one of them is good. Oh, there are 2 chests in there? What the? When did that happen? Wait, it's still not water. It's not still water. It's you can't go in it for whatever reason. I got the swim trunks, but it's not letting me in. Oh, that's why the swim trunks. Ah, the swim trunks put the chests in there. That's why. You have returned. Well, welcome back. Come on and slam, and welcome to the jam. Now I got that stuck in my head. We're gonna run out of everything here. But just not inhaling anything. Yeah, that's probably your best bet. No inhales. Well, this aquarium definitely helped us out. Ah, safe deposit. Just what I don't want. Okay, so I had to give up the garage. I thought this had a Trump room. I was like, oh boy. Actually, we want the ladies' bedchamber because that actually gives us the queen. Now we just got to get the king. All right, we can't open that yet. Cupcake. You'll get there eventually. I keep wanting to say how old are you, but I'm not supposed to ask how old people are, and we're not supposed to tell each other how old we are. We're all just supposed to sit around guessing. But you're still young enough. You're still young enough where you have time to get those bad habits gone. All right, so I need to go. How do I get back? Up through the pool. Okay. This way. How am I? I'm doing really well. Doing really, really well. Obviously, I'm enjoying this game. You know how old I am? I've told you. Yeah, but like I said, yeah, but you're not supposed to say how old you are in Twitch chat. I think that's still a rule. I don't know if it's still a rule, but it used to be a rule. I mean, honestly, at this point, right? Who cares? But I guess we could do breaker box and hope to hit on security. Oh, we could turn the dark room on. This is actually a good move. Ooh, something on the ground. Good. Right. So you still have plenty of time to reform your ways. Okay, so that's good. I mean, obviously, you'd still probably want to get that straightened out as soon as possible, but I don't know. It was Twitch rule. I think it's just because like I think they used to say that because there was a minimum age, and a lot of the people who got themselves in trouble was because they were below that minimum age, and obviously you're not below the minimum age, but all right, retrieve the item. Okay, so let's see if with the power hammer, we'll go back to the clock tower and see if we can get back in. Oh yeah, no, we know that you're oh, you were saying you take care of yourself. Yeah, that's good. You got to take care of yourself. Okay, so dark room. See if there's anything in here that we missed, like any gems or anything. Any gems? No, but there's a key. Which is 13. Yeah. No, I know that. All right, I think we go back to the clock tower just for now, see if we can bust down that wall up there. We have enough steps to run all over this house forever, so I'm not too worried about it. We running upstairs. No. See if there's anywhere else I can bang with this. I don't know why they would tell us that there is a key up here if there's not a key. Maybe on this outside wall? We'll have to think about the clock tower thing. All right, so now we're trying to get an office, right? So yeah, our biggest needs are office. I think we have every other chess piece. Gift shop. That'll work. We don't have enough money for anything in the gift shop, though. It's just like real life. Mom never had enough money for the gift shop. Spare room doesn't do that much for us. We don't really care about that. So sauna or nursery? I'm gonna take nursery. You gonna head out? All right, yeah. Go get yourself some rest. Get yourself some rest. Enjoy that sleep, huh? All right, so. All right, back out to chapel, I guess. We really need office. Secret passage, I don't think gives us a chance for a blue, does it? But if I re-roll here, I could be up Schitt's Creek. I take secret passage. All right. Which rooms did I find out the king was in? Hold on, let me look. I want to look it up. Where's my stupid thing? Blueprints. There we go. Gotta find my document. Okay. So we have a pawn. We have the knight. We have the bishop. We have the rook. We have the queen. So yeah, we need the office. Office or throne room, but I don't have access to throne room. I don't have access to throne room, so what do I go with then? What happens if you fill out the map? I already got the trophy for filling out the map. The whole idea is to get to this antechamber and to get in room 46 in the initial run. And then in the second run, you want to do the same thing. Like right now, what we're doing is we're trying to solve a bunch of puzzles. One is the chess piece puzzle, which means I have to have every room that has the chess pieces on the board that I need. And so specific rooms will have certain pieces, like bedrooms have pawns, the chapel has the bishop, the rook is in, I just looked at it, I forget what I said, but the rook is in one of that type of room. So that's one of the ones we're trying to solve. We also have the power hammer with us. So we're trying to see if we can break down any more walls. So if we find like, what are some of the rooms? Greenhouse would be okay. So what room is least likely to be a dead end? A hallway? Yeah. All right, so this is probably our best bet. East Hall. So it's like a puzzle that keeps going. Yeah, it's a ridiculously long puzzle. Like there's even more beyond that. There's the lore stuff. Like today, what we're supposed to be solving is some of the lore for BlackBridge, which is one of the supposedly, I don't want to say evil, but somehow our family got mixed up with BlackBridge when we're supposed to be. There's a bunch of different factions with different colors. It's just really hard to explain. All right, we could do drawing room, I guess. That'll leave us with one. No, we'll have 2 gems because we have the safe. So there's also one more safe we have to open. Let me see. How many red letters do we have? We have 6. So there's 2 more red letters we have to find. Actually, technically 1, because the last one is behind one of the doors. And we have 4 more doors to open, 4 more sanctuaries to open. I think they're called sanctuaries. Sanctums. So there's a whole bunch of stuff we got to figure out. But all right, so hopefully this will give us a chance to re-roll twice for office. That's it. We're out of keys. Security would have been good under normal circumstances. Give me office. Cool. Yeah, it is. It's like, it's really is super cool. I don't have enough to buy any keys. So 1 more re-roll for office. Office. Yes, sir. And we have just enough gems. Ooh. Okay. That's good. Thank the goodness. So we should be able to solve the chess puzzle now. I don't even have to know where the rooms are because they light up when you do get the correct thing on. All right. Do we have to run payroll? No, it's already been run. Okay. Return to main menu. Spread gold throughout the estate. Merry Christmas, everybody. All right. And we'll do this one to get the 1 gem. If we count small gates, 8 dates, crack 8 safes. That was the hint for this stuff. So all the safes open with a date. Yeah, where's the king? Should be a king in here. Yeah, there he is. Okay, good. All right, so now we have to go outside. But before we go outside, do we finish up here? I think we finish up here. Let's see. Is there anywhere else that we haven't gone? It's just this one door. All right, so we we can go to foundation and sneak our way out? I think that's our quickest way, or can we get out quicker? Oh, we have an even quicker route though. We could go straight down. Whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah. We just do that. Where are we going now though? It's like, remember? Do you remember where you're gonna go? Oh wait. Oh, I hear a bimp. I hear a bimp. Oh, it's coins. Coins. Oh, vault. I have a vault key. I don't have enough gems. And I don't want to freeze my accounts. Ugh. Ugh, 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 ugh. I can't afford any of it. Can I take out a loan? Can I take out a loan? I wonder what happens if you can't draft any of the rooms. If they're all like, if this required, no, I guess they would have always let you draw one that didn't have a gem requirement. If I could open that vault, that'd be awesome, but I wish they let you pick the room and just not go in, and then you can go find the gems. Oh. All right, I can get all my stuff back. I forgot. What the hell? Oh, this is new. I've never been here. All right. The network servers are finally out of cold storage. Ha ha ha, I get it. Or at least as many as we could fit into the surrounding walls of the grotto off the East Drive. Last few days I'm very busy, but I'm glad I was able to take a short break from gardening to help Randolph install the network. It was, after all, the least he could do, since it was I who suggested the final location. We decided that we are going to store the 2 unused servers here in Mount Holly's freezer. They should serve as readily accessible replacements should any of the primary ones fail. Okay, so that's all this does for us, is just there's nothing else in here? Like, seriously? My hammer doesn't do anything, does it? Like, it won't free up any of my other stuff, right? It just breaks the one door. Ah, that sucks. What do I have? Do I have the pieces to be able to make the fire thing? No, I don't. And I can't put a furnace nearby because I don't have any more doors to do. What's the other thing you could use? It was the furnace, the heat thing, the fire thing. Yeah, I don't remember. All right, so we need to stop by Coat Check first, actually, because we've got to drop off our power hammer back because we don't want to take this. We don't want to lose this. So we got to drop it off again. But let's take a look and see, make sure there's no other places that we're forgetting. And then we'll go do the chess puzzle. Yeah, it looks like it. So we're gonna go down, drawing room, office. No. How do we get to Coat Check? Chapel. Straight across. Okay. Chapel. Wait. Oh. Never mind. Oh, something blipped. Coins? Coins. We thank you for your coins. We thank you for your coins. And listen to the coins. Shortly after my cat passed away back in December, I've been feeling the love. My house is a little emptier without 2 cats. I've been having this itch to get another cat for a couple months. Yeah, I think I will always have a cat. Yeah, I don't think I could have a household without a cat. And I think the next time, like you said, I think it'll be 2, not just 1. All right. So put the hammer back. Where do you put it back? Power hammer. Okay. Just in case we need it again. Yeah, you still have 1 cat. And like I said, I think though, much like you, if I, you know, when it comes to that point, I will probably get 2 cats. I think they do better with another cat. I think they always do better with a second cat. Like when they're young. You know, if they both kind of hang out together. You just like to love. Maybe it's just overly friendly. The secret garden, dang it. Oh, that's too bad. I could have used that. Oh, man. I can't use it now because all the doors are used. Aww. Oh, right. None of these keys and stuff I'm digging up mean anything. Oh, that pisses me off. Oh, well. Forgot my accounts are frozen because I went in the freezer. Who is this anyway? Huh. Now that I don't recognize. I don't think we've seen this guy. Why is he pointing anyway? Oh, he's pointing to there, so you know to go empty that thing. All right, anyway. It's a wizard. Yeah, I was trying to figure out what he's there for, because usually when you find something like that that's super unusual, it's a clue of something. And they have a whole bunch of angels, but he is not one of them. He is for certain not one of them. All right, so we broke through here the other day. Whee! And let's go down the Wonkavator. Wizard. You know what's funny though, Burn? My phone changes game to Gabe. I don't have any friends named Gabe. I've never typed the name Gabe in my life. But it still insists anytime I type game, it thinks that I want to say Gabe. All right, we know the king was way up here, right? Somewhere. Here we go. Okay, bishop was here. Here we go. Rook. There. Pawn. Where was pawn? Okay, pawn goes there. Knight. I make him hop. He's got the hops. Swear to God, if there's not a night room, I am gonna slap face. Okay, good. And then queen was... Where was her room? And I know we had her room because we never get that room. We never get the ladies' chamber there. Here we go. Ooh, all right. What's it gonna be? Choose your piece to receive a new permanent power. On. Oh, it does let me. It does let me check. All right, Banner of the King. Each day you may choose a color. Rooms of the chosen color are more likely to be drawn while drafting. No. Each time you draft a room on the Queen's side, west wing of your house, lose 5 steps and gain 1 key. No. Add the armory? Yeah, probably. When you reach rank 8 each day, you may choose Knight, Bishop, Rook, or Queen. Gain the power of that piece until the end of the day. That might be the best one. Let's see what the other ones are. You don't have to pay tithes. Instead, gain 30 gold the first time you enter the chapel each day with this power. No. Rook. You may draw floor plans up to 4 times when drafting the 4 corner rooms of your house. All right, no. So it's either going to be the pawn or the knight. The knight gives me the armory. Do I never get another chance? You may give up this power by returning to this chamber on any future day and unlocking the pieces again. Ah, haha, I gotcha. Okay. So if I hate this power, I can come back and fix it. That's cool, though. Oh, and they close. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, but it leaves the knight out. Ah, okay. And then we had this puzzle in here. Castle. But I'm not sure what the blanks are going to be. You made the 4th burger. I think Laser went to bed. He's like, take your burger. Go to bed. What could this be, guys? What could this be? E-L-A-C-K. No. So it's how many letters? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're looking for 6-letter words and 3-letter words. But it doesn't let us interact with it either. So I'm not even sure why this would be here. Like, what does this symbolize? Does this have to do maybe with the paintings? Like the switch words? First word is probably cat. I think so because like in one of the rooms it has a drawing of a cat. It might be in the castle rooms. So far we don't have access to the castle. All we have is the manor. But you could be right. It might be something in the castle. We haven't gotten to the castle yet. I don't even know how to get to the castle, to be fair. Oh, I forgot to bring it up. Put one of the upgrade discs in, right? All right, so let's go back up because I did get an upgrade disc. Is it a book for kids with words in it? Wait a minute. There's the music sheets. Hold up. Let me see. Okay, Pookie, we know. Trees find the white stones. We're missing one of the sheets though. So the words off the music sheets were trees find the white stones. Yeah, I'm looking. No. Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, that's what those words look like. Yeah, it certainly does, right? It looks like, yeah, it looks like the type of like word scrambles that kids would use like in one of their kids, like the, you know, the grade school books. I just love the Wonkavator. I think this is just awesome. With me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. All right, so laboratory. Okay, so we can use the laboratory. That would be the closest computer so that we can put the disk in. Guess what? Chicken butt. Guess why? Chicken thigh. Guess when? Something with chicken. Well, we can go look at the trees too. After this, we'll go take a look. Oh, we never went to our rooms over here either. We do that first? Yeah, let's go over here first. Looks like a word puzzle where there's 6 words across, also make 3 words down. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking, but I don't know of any like that. I mean, I'm sure it's probably something we could look up. Each time you draft the dead end in your house, spread 5 gold in the tomb. I mean, I could go get a whole bunch of gold. Oh no, it's frozen. My stats are frozen today. So actually this does nothing for me. Special floor plans now cost footsteps instead of gems. Oh, we could have come out here. See, all right. So we learned a lesson. We should have come out here first before opening the end of those doors, because that would have probably helped us a lot. We can't gain any of this. This is not going to help us out. All right, so just take this for now. Hey, Pookie, how are you? Oh, no, we have a little kitty. Yeah. You're a good friend. Thank you. I appreciate that. I try my best. So yeah, so when we got, remember where we ended up here and we needed either 5 or 3 gems? Had we gone back outside and left this, knowing that we didn't have enough gems, we could have, that room would have made it so that we could have opened any of the ones that we wanted from there. So we could have gotten into the vault. That's okay though. I think one of the other one was the trophy room, right? Which could have let us go one more spot. I don't see anywhere else we can go here. But we could go at least get a plan upgrade for one of our rooms. And then we'll go look for something like white stones or white trees. And see if we can figure out what what the music sheets mean. Look at all these guys. I can't even open these because I don't get to keep anything. Ugh. Because it's frozen. That's the cheapest thing about this whole thing, is that last room we drafted made it so we couldn't keep any of this stuff. Like, we could have at least gone back and bought a huge thing at the gift shop, or... that really screwed us. That super screwed us at the end. But we got the chess puzzle done, so that's good. We at least know about that. All right, what are we gonna get? Closet? I don't want to redo closet. What a rotten one. All right, hallway closet. One extra item if drafted adjoined to a hallway. No, that's bunk. Two extra items if drafted adjoined to a bedroom, or four extra items if drafted adjoined to a red room. We're not going to have the opportunity to draft it against a red room very often. And it's not going to be drafted adjoining a bedroom very often. It's always going to be drafted near the hallway. I don't know. These all look pretty boring. You and your friend played Mortal Kombat. We're pretty much tied, but where we were having a ball. The graphics of it all, yeah, the old Mortal Kombat graphics are pretty hilarious, especially the game console ones. Like the one in the arcade was actually not that bad, but the console ones are just they're pretty laughable. I mean, how often do I use this closet though, right? This is just gonna end up super rare though. I think it's this. Although, how many bedrooms actually have doors off of them? Boudoir does. Yeah, most of the bedrooms are dead ends. It's either hallway or this one. I'll take the hallway one. That was like the worst upgrade we could have gotten. Oh, you know what we could do? We can go in here and see if we can build anything. I can't even keep any of those. I keep forgetting. I can't keep any of those. All right. Let's see. What could we make? I mean, granted, like, none of this stuff is worthwhile for us, right? All right. Battery pack. Metal detectors. Metal detector go with anything? Oh, lockpick. I haven't done this one yet. Or did I do this one? Pick sound amplifier. Greater chance of picking high sensitivity locks. I'm trying to think of... What do I have left to make then? Oh, the coin purse one. I forgot. I haven't done that one yet. Okay, that wasn't that bad. What time is it? 11:56. I think we got enough time for one more run. I think we do. I think I want a popsicle, though. I think I want a popsicle. Come on and slam and get me a popsicle. All right, so call it. Let's see what they call this mansion. I like the one that was the what was it, the something mansion of the dead, the Grand Inn. Oh, because of all the bedrooms. Wow, items found 8. That's a lot of items. That's a lot of items. All right, let's start up. Be right back. Don't go away. Those statues scare me. Oh, the ones in the back? Yeah, they're a little creepy. That is our uncle and I believe our great-grandfather, perhaps? Perhaps. Mayhaps. Maybe we get the armory. Okay, no packages. We do start off with quite a bit of resources though, so that's actually pretty good. Okay, just like last time, let's start and see if we can get... Nice, we got parlor right off the bat. So that means we got to wind up. So 2 wind-up keys. So if we can beat the puzzle with 1, we can take the other wind-up key and see if we get the trading post. Because you can't really use that wind-up key for anything else. So you might as well trade it and get a cool item. Box with a true statement contains the gems. This box does not contain the gems. I mean, that's possible that that's true. 4 statements on boxes in this room are true. A box with 1 false statement contains the gems. You will not solve this puzzle. Okay, well that's... We know that's false. All right, so it's this one. It is not that one. Got to be this one then. Well, we had to expend both of our wind-up keys, so we don't get a free crack at the trading post. We can try it later. I'll take a library because that's what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be learning the lore, right? Lore. Perfect. All right. This is the book we've been waiting to read. I think. The Curse of the BlackBridge. All right, we did it. We did it. We claimed we did it. We said we were going to do a lore dive, a lore hunt for BlackBridge. And here we are. This was graciously gifted by Simon P. Jones because I bought it. January 20th, 1994. Isn't this hilarious that this is set in the 90s? All right. The legend of BlackBridge is one that is well known to the people of the Grand Realm. Versions of this tale have been passed down from generation to generation, with each new telling the story has changed, becoming, over the years, more colorful, more verbose, and, as one might expect, increasingly horrifying. All right. Now, supposedly this, whatever is this whole like mystery of the BlackBridge is under this mansion. With so many renditions and unique personal touches, the task of confining and binding this tale to text seems an ambitious and impossible challenge. Over the course of my research, I have heard dozens of variations of the legend, and while the details would often change, I was surprised how much of the story's heart remained the same. Yet the more I listened, the clearer it became that there can never be a definitive version of this tale capable of capturing all the wonder and myth of the BlackBridge. In the end, I chose to write down what felt the most authentic, the story my grandmother told me as a boy long ago. The Berry Picker from Oris. I really shouldn't have gotten a popsicle right before this. Let me finish the popsicle while I read this. Maybe we can all just read quietly to ourselves. All right. Many years ago, before peace had become a familiar word, there lived a group of rogues so wayward that the locals deemed it appropriate to call their number the Unholy Hounds. Interesting. Hurt your brain too much? What hurt your brain? Popsicle? They were feral outlaws composed of society's worst in a time when society was at its worst. For each crime the fearful travelers credited to the group, a dozen more lay unclaimed. Know the writing. For the gentry, however, who often value their coffers more than their companions, no crime could measure more wicked than the group's primary enterprise, highway robbery. One such member of this so-called band of rogues was a boy of 13 years, Jesper, who had not been lucky in life, having lost 2 brothers to the war and parents to famine. In the years of hunger that followed, Jesper lived in a gutter behind a churchyard, relying on the nourishment of scurrying bugs and the weeds harvested from the cracks of the alleyway to sustain his pitiful existence. This doesn't sound very nice. It's not surprising that a child aiming to escape such hardships would take any easy road out. An easy, well-traveled road paved with temptations leading out of the city and into the gentry lands, where loose purse strings were intertwined with the strands of salvation and glisten equally with the hope of opportunity. It was this road that eventually led Jesper to the end of his youth, a hidden cave at the bottom of BlackBridge Canyon. Okay, here we go. This is supposedly what's under the mansion, I believe, at least. It was here that he met his surrogate family and saviors, a notorious gang of godless outlaws known as the Unholy Hounds. Despite the hardened circumstances that had led him to this vocation of banditry, Jesper was surprisingly tenderhearted and was often teased by the group for being too kind for such an ignoble life. For this reason, Jesper was assigned the innocent role of berry picker. It was not just innocence that set berry picking apart from the gang's more wicked undertakings. It was the only duty performed without the safety of night's concealment. Hey, what's up, Crakey? Calling all Crakies. We're hunting war pages, lore. I can't even say it like Elmer Fudd because it would make no sense. Jesper, no stranger to solitude, did not protest that he alone worked while the others slept soundly, tucked away in a cave at the bottom of BlackBridge Canyon. One such occasion, Jesper decided to get an early start. He left the cave, berry basket in hand, and set out to the woods before the morning sun had even brushed against the tallest treetops. It was colder in the mornings, but headway down afforded meant Jesper could reach the furthermost berry patches without worry of being chastised for tarrying upon his return. Thought you were going to say, hot and bothered? No, we are not hot and bothered. It took over 3 hours on foot to reach its destination, and along the way Jesper had passed by many a familiar bush, all priorly pillaged and so bereft of berries that one would have to dedicate several moments in earnest examination before finding a single one. Jesper was patient, but even his patience had its limit. He was confident that, even accounting for the time lost to this long stretch of travel, his efforts would be well worth the pains. Surveying the patches in this new grove surprised even Jesper. The red dots suspended among the leaves seemed as numerous as stars in the sky. Upon seeing such a bounteous sight, he clutched his berry basket tightly and nearly toppled over out of joy. Once he had regained his senses, Jesper quickly made a decision. He's gonna pick holly berries. And they're either gonna kill him for it, or they're gonna eat them and all all get poisoned and die. He would not reveal the location of his newfound treasure. Instead, he would earn the respect of his confederates, who, upon seeing his yield, might attribute the success to hard work. Smiling at his plan, Jesper set off to fill his basket and was making steady strides in his task when the sound of thundering hooves interrupted him. That's morbid. Yeah, it could be. A carriage is approaching. The thought of it made Jesper freeze. He had been so enchanted by this discovery that he had neglected to observe his surroundings. How could a road be so close? He ducked down and crept towards the impending sound, hiding behind one of the larger bushes nearby. It was only a moment more before a sound source revealed itself. Within 50 paces of where Jesper hid, an elegant carriage with gold trim came soaring around a corner of trees, led by two beautiful white horses, and conveyed by a stern-looking driver seated atop the vehicle, flaunting the most sophisticated regalia Jesper had ever seen. It was not just any carriage; it was a royal carriage. Even without ever having witnessed such a sight before, Jesper was certain. He was certain. The sight had so transfixed Jesper that he stood awestruck, unable to tear away as the carriage approached. The little concealment of the bush it provided was soon proved unequal to the driver's lofty perch, and upon spotting the boy, he pulled the reins with such an effect that the noble steed slid to a sudden halt with precise control. "Ooh, you boy, get out from behind that bush," he shouted with a rigidity that betrayed a modest amount of fear. "You startled me half to death, coming round the bend of my own drive and me seeing such an unfamiliar face in a place where there ought to be not any face, without not to be a face, sorry." So we're right near Mount Holly then, I guess. Jesper quickly contemplated running. The man was much older, and his dress was suitable for courtly behavior, not dashing through the bramble and mud. I was picking berries. Jesper raised the half-filled basket up to allow the driver to see the proof of his words. The demeanor of the man suddenly changed. It was a change that Jesper was familiar with. He had many times seen this stern expression on the most fiendish. Many times seen the same stern expression on the most fiendish bandits melt away when presented with a berry basket. Any suspicions that the driver might have had instantly evaporated, for even the notion of a member of the unholy hounds picking berries seemed farcical. The softened expression even made allowances for a smile. "Berries, eh? Say, you couldn't have picked a better spot for them, could you? I used to pick berries here as a boy." Jesper took his cue to finally step forward from behind the bush, proudly brandishing his basket. "I know, and what luck I found them. I have only just begun picking, and look how many I have. It would have taken me fourfold the time back home to procure this number." The driver bent down for a closer look. "And where's your home, boy? Must be quite far." Wait. Oop. Jesper replied with a scripted response. "A little south of Tanner Fork, just past the burnt woods." "My God, that's far. You couldn't have come all that way only this morning." It was true. Tanner Fork was in the exact opposite direction that Jesper had traveled, and while that response would seem perfectly reasonable in a location closer to BlackBridge Canyon, he could see why it might seem less believable here. "Sir, I have traveled much farther for much less profit. I dare say there is no distance yet made by a man that would not be worth an undertaking for a prize such as these. Surely you have tasted them for yourself." Jesper felt happier with his response, and it seemed to amplify the man's smile. "In my youth, often, but perhaps I took it for granted because I had never traveled very far. And even then, my father would always drive us here in our carriage. I'm so ashamed I had never walked such a stretch to earn an equal reward." It was Jesper's time to smile. "So let my efforts be the reward for both of us today." He raised the basket even higher. "Taste in memory of your youth, sir." The driver chuckled and removed one glove. Bending over the seat, he reached down into the basket, and at that moment his fingers touched the first berry. The dagger, in turn, met his throat, cutting through a superficial layer of his skin and drawing blood. Jesper caught the man's startled eyes. "And for that taste, I will have your purse, sir, in memory of my youth." "Oh, Jesper." Jesper killed the man.
"How I could just kill a man? Here is something you can't understand."
The driver's arm had gone stiff, his chin raised and trembling, more frightened than he had ever been before. Whether unable or incapable of speaking, he did not respond to the boy. Perhaps he did not think his jaw could afford to be engaged in this particular time. Jesper let the basket drop, freeing his other hand to probe the man's pockets. Do not mistake me, sir. I will not kill you if you give me no cause, though I will admit the thought of taking your carriage and leaving you in the indignity of walking appeals to me. Oh, so wait, he didn't kill him? Let me reread this again. In turn, met his throat, cutting through a superficial layer of skin and drawing blood. Oh, all right, he didn't kill him. I thought he killed him. Unable to find a purse in the man's coat, Jesper pivoted to search the seat under him. Why have you no purse upon your person? The driver slowly raised his hand cautiously, pointing towards the carriage door behind him. Jesper lowered the knife's edge a small degree to allow the man to speak, which he did in turn softly. There's a lockbox in the carriage. Well, come down then and grant me the courtesy of sparing your life and binding your hands, a concession I will assure you of my tender heart, for it would have been much easier to slit your throat. The man started to comply, slowly lowering himself from the driver's seat of the carriage. Once down, Jesper guided him away from the carriage to a nearby tree, where he instructed him to get on his knees and put his hands behind his back. It's just another Saturday night for me. Excusing his inexperience, the man indulged Jesper while he figured out how to adequately bind him. The smile and kindness Jesper had seen on the man's face, now nothing more than a distant memory, and they placed cold, dark eyes displaying no emotion. I wonder, should I grant you the same clemency you are showing me? Jesper stopped, surprised by the question, but ignored it, secured the final bindings, and then hastily returned to the carriage. With one hand on the door's handle, he turned back to the man. If there's no lockbox, there will be no clemency. Inside the carriage was a surprisingly dusty and unswept, a stark contrast to the elegant and polished gold facade on the exterior. It had apparently been many years since a passenger had enjoyed passage in this vehicle. This all but confirmed what Jesper had suspected. The driver of this carriage was not a liveried servant in the employ of some greater master. Any curiosity that his observation might have further produced was quickly abandoned upon seeing what rested under the carriage's backseat, a large wooden lockbox. Despite its hefty appearance, the box was surprisingly easy to handle. Within a few minutes, Jesper had dislodged it from its hold and carried it out to the sunlight, inspecting the box carefully. 2 observations were made. Totemic symbols found carved on all 4 sides of the box hinted that the box was very old and likely not created by Arindian hands. It reminded him of artifacts from the old world and was presumably crafted in one of the ancient realms. Oh, it's the cursed box! I have the cursed box already. It's in which is it in? The shrine. Secondly, the box was secured by a rusted yet robust padlock that would not open easily without a key. Jesper looked over to see the driver quietly observing from his indentured position. You perhaps have a key you can provide me with to open the box. Without emotion, the driver replied, There is no key to that box. Jesper stood up. Easy enough then. He headed over to a nearby rock of sizable dimensions and lifted the stone upon carrying it back to the box. If there was ever a time when that lock had been resistant to brute force, it wasn't recent. With one hit, the stone had completely shattered the rusted lock. He bent down, back down, and opened the lid. Inside was an effigy, a crude figure chiseled from stone. An effigy. That's cool. Without too much deliberation, Jesper bent down and picked it up, somewhat surprised how heavy it seemed to be given how light the box had felt. Having expected to find something more akin to gold or gems, he looked questioningly to the man, hoping to find an explanation. The driver's smile had once again returned. Oh, you are cursed, boy, for deadly is the stone. You have opened that which never should have been opened, you are cursed. Yeah, I have the cursed box in my shrine. I didn't open it yet either. Jesper carried the effigy over to the man and shoved it in front of his face. What is it? That's one. Feeling his disappointment rising to anger now, Jesper tightened his grip on the effigy. One what? You mumbling Agentor? And in God's name, why have you no purse on your person? The man did not seem intimidated. 1 pace. He paused for effect. 12 more and you will be dead. Ooh. Ooh. He only had a second to flinch before the effigy struck him in the head and put an end to his cryptic ramblings. Wait, what? Oh, Jesper hit him with it. If there was ever a time when an old man had been resistant to brute force, it wasn't recent. Jesper looked down at the sculpted stone figure now, splattered red. Was it cursed? Was he cursed? He had, of course, heard stories of curses and had never doubted their validity in the past, but now that he was standing face to face with the possibility of being cursed, his mind pleaded with him to be skeptical. And if he was cursed, what difference would the knowledge make? A dozen more paces would not be enough to find another living soul, to say nothing of the chances of procuring a remedy. If he did not move from where he now stood, he could live maybe another 3 or 4 days, maybe more, given the abundance of nearby berries. A plan that, if we were to ignore its obvious faults, might prove an additional opportunity for help to come along. What good would that do? To be discovered here, beside a body, stolen goods in hand, bloated from berries, and raving about a curse that could very well not be real. No, it would most certainly be better to face one's fate now, take a dozen paces, and see if his life goes on. But Jesper found his legs unable to make that first step. His mind was unable to convince his limb to waste away from 1/12 of his life in a single motion. Feeling the desperation sink in, he hopelessly looked about him for a solution, and if by some stroke of luck the gods had heard his plea, a miracle materialized before him, as if he had found himself suddenly at the end of a fairy tale. 2 white horses and a carriage of golden trim were beside him, the answer to his immediate prayers. He laughed at his fortune and calculated the short number of paces back to the road. 4, perhaps, only 3 if he jumped. He made a quick survey to see if there was anything he wished to grab before taking the plunge. He thought about removing the driver's fancy coat. It appeared to be some value, but the additional risk of undertaking such a task too great to chance. And so, after a profound breath, he took a second, third, and fourth step. Although they were quite large. Seated now behind the horses, he reached for the reins and suddenly realized that he was still gripping the effigy. If the curse was real, then it would most certainly be better left here. If, on the other hand, the story was fictitious, there might be some appraisal that could be made of the figure. It was, after all, found within a lockbox whose typical function often secures objects of value. Having witnessed firsthand the horrors of destitution, Jesper found his mind equally reluctant to allow his hands to let go. If it is cursed, I die. If not today, then tomorrow. And if I die, what care have I? And with that statement said aloud to the horses seemingly, Jesper took up the reins with confidence. All right, good for you. Part 2. Wow, this is a lot of story. I knew we were going to be going for like a story thing, but I didn't realize it was going to be this much. Miller woke to some light nudging from a familiar foot. There was a person who would have the cheek to awaken him in such an ill-mannered fashion, shaking the sleep from his eyes. She glared up in the darkness, but did not say a word. He nudged her again, teasingly, then stepped back into the dim. After taking a moment for her eyes to adjust to the darkening cave, Miller remembered she was on third watch today, quietly collecting her things and wits. Miller's returned to left, blah, blah, blah. She crept through the cabin's main passage, careful not to... It's like a hero in a book, she often mused. Quietly, she grabbed a bow from the haphazard pile of weapons, shaking the accompanying quiver in the darkness to assess how many arrows it held. Then she walked towards the sun-drenched mouth of the cavern, ready to start her shift. Wait, third shift is daylight? Above her, in one of the few trees found in the canyon, Miller could see that Ravia was already posted. She waved, and Ravia waved back. Calling out to each other was strictly forbidden. Anything louder than a gesture in the canyon was forbidden. When Miller reached the tree, Ravia lowered her braided rope, pointed to the ground behind her. Miller turned, following the finger, and saw a pail of water resting beside the nearby log. She turned back to Ravia, nodded, and secured the pail to the rope. The pail went up first, and in turn, Miller followed. Ravia reached across to grab the water. Miller leaned back to give her space. There was not much room for maneuvering. Tilted the pail up to her mouth dramatically, illustrating the thirsty she had been. Miller laughed. It was a bit too daring and noisy of a joke, and had the others been around, they would have certainly been scolded for an unwarranted sound. But Miller appreciated the efforts Ravia took to verbalize the silence of the morning. They had been on the third watch together for over a month. During a speechless time, their friendship had grown into something special. Affection was unsurprisingly scarce among the unholy hounds. She had felt camaraderie. From their elevated vantage point, I'm going to kind of skim through this a little quicker now. The BlackBridge was linked between the Gentry lands and the northern mountains, and the overpass that connected Oris and Reddington. To the city-faring travelers of the realm, the bridge was an unavoidable crossing. In the day, the task was to ensure the travelers passed by without stopping. At night, the task was to ensure that they do. To ensure that travelers passed by without stopping. At night, the task was to ensure they do. Oh, okay. So what they're saying is that at night, they stop them to rob them. Like most of her band, she preferred the night, but glaring the sun, on the day, expression to hide her thoughts. She felt exposed. Okay, great. You can see that Ravia already posted. Oh, we already did this one. All right. Touched her elbow and pointed up. Miller, striving to suppress her budding smile, subtly shook her head in response. There were many signs that the unholy hounds used in lieu of words, but the two of them had developed an extended vocabulary, gestures quietly forged in the shared solitude of their month. The branches she watched as Ravia shifted, placing her palms flat on the floorboards beneath. Miller knew what she was trying to say, but shook her head a second time. It was often more fun to pretend to not understand. Ravia rolled her eyes, turned away, looking back at the canyon. Squinting through the leaves, the two girls held still, watching and listening. It was not long until Miller, too, heard the sounds of approach. All right. Two men from the southern end. They were dressed in familiar uniform, long gray coats with black facings, white waistcoats, tricorn hats. They belonged to the local patrol, the Blackguard. Although not an everyday occurrence, their presence at BlackBridge wasn't an unusual sight. It typically indicated blah, blah, blah. The girls promptly, the coat was clear, but this one, okay. In a carriage taken in open daylight, the Blackguard was nearby. The men had nearly reached the bridge's north end when Miller heard the horses, faintly at first, but growing louder with each passing moment. Robbie's eyes looked sounded like a typical carriage. It was cautiously approaching the bridge to cross. Instead, the familiar crunch of the high road gravel, they heard the harsh clattering of hoofbeats against stone. Both girls quickly redirected their attention downwards to the foliage, to the canyon itself. The horses were coming from below the bridge. In an instant, Miller had knocked an arrow and drawn her bow. Go! Ravia was gone before the whisper had even left Miller's mouth. The young scout was already sliding down the bank below, racing towards the cave. There was no road that ran into the canyon. We were approaching the cave. All right. The moment the horses came into view, Miller let loose the first arrow. She was surprised to see a carriage. She had expected cavalry, but even finished. All right. Third hour was now in flight. There would be no need for a fourth. The driver slumped over just moments before the vehicle dipped into a small ditch, slamming into an embankment. The force of this sudden halt immediately shattered the front two wheels and catapulted the driver from his seat. Utterly confused now, Miller glanced over his shoulder to see if any horses were also approaching. Down in the canyon, entire horde. The unholy hounds came spilling forth from the earth. The group seemed even more bewildered than Miller, half asleep. La la la. Her expression was chilling. There'd be no need for a silent gesture to convey what they both realized now. They had made a mistake. Oh, they killed Jesper. The gang's chieftain, blah blah, and the others cautiously approached the crashed carriage, the suspicious fox. They tripped down, there were no words, exchanged group forward in customary silence. A dozen paces found the wreckage, a far-flung driver, an arrow protruding from his broken body beside him, the bloody-stained effigy carved from stone. Oh, the effigy ended up there too. Okay. This jumped backwards. I don't want it to go backwards. I want it to go forwards. She was inconsolable. Jesper had always been her favorite. He'd always
It always shadowed her in the night, clinging to the hems of her every move, the way a child tails behind an older sibling, tender-hearted. She always called him, although deep down she'd known that wasn't quite true. His appearance of gentleness concealed a raw, resilient durability. They buried him in the darkness in the back of one of the larger cavern rooms. He was interred with a berry basket and a silk handkerchief that he had treasured. Okay, this is interesting now. So he's buried with the berry basket and the handkerchief. Mysterious effigy they had found besides him served as a distinguished gravestone marker that stood out as somewhat special among the rows of similar sword marking the plots. No one spoke. The whispers. There's nothing to say. Miller woke the next day to thunderous shaking and rattling of the earth, far cry from the playful nudging of the previous day. She strained her just eyes with the choking, caused her to flinch. Panic was also the air. The sounds of scurried footsteps and clattering feet filled the space around her. But even alarmed, the silence was louder. It sounded so strange. Miller closed her eyes tight and used her feet to guide her along the passage. Whispers around getting louder and intense voices could be heard, louder speech that she had ever heard spoken. A growing dread, Miller approached the mouth of the cave, her eyes open wide. Shouldn't it be day? Miller found a hand in the darkness pulling at her. It was Ravia. The two embraced, and Miller did not need to see her to understand. Ravia placed two bent fingers against Miller's cheek. And with that touch against her face, Miller felt the same sinking feeling from the previous day. Two bent fingers confirmed what Miller had suspected. The girls had forgotten to relay one critical piece of information to the others. Oh no, yeah. It was the two, whatchamacallums. An hour or so later, the screams began, blood-curdling cries of hopeless desperation. Captain Fodrick Lee of the Blackguard looked down from the ridge of the canyon to the collapsed entrance of the cave. Ah, he grinned. Now they speak. Okay, so is that it? That's it? I can't go any further? Huh, weird. That's it. Okay, let me go back one thing. Yeah, I'm kind of a little confused by this. I don't know if Boo will come up anymore. It might. Miller felt a hand in the darkness pulling at her as Ravia. The two embraced, and Miller did not need to see her to understand. Ravia placed two bent fingers against Miller's cheek, and with that touch against her face, Miller felt the same sinking feeling from the previous day. Two bent fingers confirmed what Miller had suspected. The girls had forgotten to relay one critical piece of information to the others. She forgot to tell them about the Blackguard going over, right? So they locked him in the cave-in? Of the automated message. Yeah, it used to work. I'm not sure like why it doesn't anymore. Like the other ones did. At least recently they did. Or oh wait, did I move them to channel points maybe? Let me see. Yeah, it looks like I moved them to channel points. Yeah, it's in the channel points list. That's what that says. Okay, so that's it. That's it for that story. So they get caught in the cave-in. Okay. All right. Give me one sec. Right back. Just have to throw this stuff away.
Can't use channel points on the... Oh, really? That's strange. They don't let you use channel points, huh? That's a bummer. Alright. What kind of seltzer is this? Cranberry lime. Yeah. Not too excited about that, but... it's better than nothing, I guess. Don't mind me, I'm just going to be snacking all night. I don't know why. I've gotten into this bad habit of eating on stream again. But it's like Edie Brickell and the New Bohemians. Edie. Because I like to eat. Wine cellar, grab some more. Grab some more of the things. Oh. Okay, back we go. Did I collect my allowance? I did. Let's den it up. It's Denzel Washington. Yeah, kitchen. I like the windows. Very nice. Oh, we've got to go check the at the end of the day last time. We've got to check the what do you call it? Check the trees, right? I'll take security. I'll take security for 400. All right, we don't have an upgrade disc this time though, so the reason we set it to high is we are expecting to disable the security doors. So they'll be disabled and unlocked, which means we want more of them. So we get less doors with actual physical keys. Hallway's good. I wish the freezer had frozen our, what do you call it? Our buns. No, frozen our items. That would have been good. Oh, excuse me. I'll take the chapel. Go into the chapel and we're... Oh, excuse me. Hiccups. Hiccups, no good. Laboratory? Krakatoatory? Broken lever, very nice. Alright, what do we do for the experiment? When you draft a red room, lose 5 steps, and then... No, I don't like that. Each time you eat an apple, I could gain 1 star, gain 1 key gem or gold randomly. Add a small chest to the entrance hall. Each time you find trash while digging. I think I'll take that. And I'll put chests in the entrance hall, even though it didn't do much for us last time. Did not do much for us last time, did it? We already solved this, by the way. We did that one before. Yeah, we want to see if this connects. Ooh, co-check. Or workshop. Both of these are good options at this point. Hey, what's up, Christo? How are ya? Yeah, I think we'll take workshop because we can get another item here. Coin purse is good if we can find, what is it else that we need with the coin purse? It was coin purse and something. One of the other ones. Oh, rabbit's foot. We got to find the rabbit's foot. All right. And no, we have not shut off the power yet. So we're going to have to go back. And there's utility closet. Perfect. What's this game about? It's a puzzle game. It's called Blueprints. And it's like a deck building sort of roguelike dealio where you've got to get to the antechamber and open it up and get to room 46 before you run out of steps, or you run out of doors, or you run out of keys, or whatever. And then after that, there's a huge other mystery to solve. Right now we're on the other mystery part, which is we're trying to figure out exactly what's going on. We've inherited this mansion now because we got to room 46, so it's ours. But now we're finding out there's like something crazy going on deep down underneath it, that our uncle may have been lying to us when we inherited it, and that there might be some scary things going on. But we right now trying to solve some extra puzzles. It's mostly like lore and puzzles and stuff like that. Do we want the rumpus room? Yeah, it's gonna have a little extra gold. So each room has different special functions to it. Some of them have items, some of them have currency, some of them have parts of information for the puzzles. Vault, passageway. I think we do passageway here. Kind of getting a little too far up for my liking. I'd rather be working down at the bottom of this map, filling in some of this stuff. But we don't have a lot of steps, so we're not going to head back yet. We had some of the steps from last time, our last run. Wouldn't be such a bad thing. All right, courtyard looks good. We got a bunch of ways to head off. Maybe we'll get a sledgehammer here. No, we got metal detector. Metal detector. I don't have shovel either, so I can't dig anything yet. Grab this. This is a free door. Ooh, I got the garage. Do I want the garage? It is open. I could get outside using the garage. This is a reroll though, so I'm going to take this. It's got rerolls. Rerolls. Oh no, wait, that's the boudoir that has the rerolls. I just took this for nothing. Oh well. I should have taken the garage. All right, down to 3 keys. I might have to go back. Now we found the boudoir. Okay. Grab these. These let us re-roll the rooms. Yeah, so it's like a board game, like Mystery Mansion almost. If you've ever played those old board games where you connected the rooms and explored around. Can't you go directly at it? Directly at what? you have to lay down the rooms as you go. So if you don't get the correct set of rooms, so let's say I got a dead end here and a dead end here and a dead end here, my run would be over. And these doors don't open on their own. You actually have to find the secret switches in the walls. So those are only in 4 separate rooms. And then once you get in here, this is still not open. You have to figure out how to open this one. And that one is all the way back at the beginning, and you have to go down into a different area to open it up. So it's not a straight path. Plus, I don't actually have to get to room 46 anymore. Right now, what I'm trying to do is solve the mystery. So this today, as the title says, it's all about I'm learning some of the lore of the game. Because at first it doesn't seem like it's that important. It's like, yeah, who cares about like the people and who was married to who and whose uncle was who. But it actually becomes very important to figure all this stuff out, or you can't make any progression. Right now what I'm doing is there's a whole bunch of rooms in the basement that need special keys to open them, and I'm trying to get all those open. I have 4 of them. There's also 8 red letters I have to find, which I found 6 of them. There's also a whole section of the house I haven't found yet, the castle area and the walk area, which I haven't gotten to yet. So it's like there's just so much stuff. All right, so I'll grab this. Should I grab an extra key? Yeah, I'm running out of keys. Yeah, I'll just buy out the keys. Oh, I picked a room without even, I didn't pick that. I didn't even pick that. That's not fair. It just took away half my steps. Oh, the armory. I have not been to the armory yet. Cool. Whoa. Okay. This is freaky. This almost looks like a furnace. Like, what do they call that? The axe. You may use the axe in the room directory to permanently remove the gem costs from one room. What? I spent all my money, damn it. If I'd have known, I would have kept my money. But I've never been in this room, so I didn't even know. Once per day, while drafting, you can equip Night Shield to ignore the negative effects of Red Room. You wish to purchase this item for 8 gold. I do, but I don't have enough gold, so I will have to come back. Hopefully I can find some more money and come back. Ugh, I'm gonna run out of locks too. I mean, run out of Oh, there's enough gold in here. All right, so I can go back and I can get the shield. Oh, plus the apple will help me. That'll get me some steps. How much was the axe? Because that axe sounds like that's really good. Aha. This might get me some gold. All right, what do we get? Dead ends, bunch of that, keys, Southern Cross. No, so no gold. Although, now I do have some, I should have some, what do you call it here? Some chests down here I could open, and that might have gold. Let's stick to around here. Maybe we can find, oh, if I had the hammer, I could break down the wall here. I don't have it though. Archives. Clock tower is not going to do it. Archives isn't helpful. All right, let's re-roll this. Laundry room. That could do it. All right, let's go see how much gold. How much gold did we need for the axe? Oh, I didn't even look at this. What's this do? Can knock the locks off of chests and trunks.
Tomorrow morning, gain 1 star. So this would just be for the day, though. That's not what I want. I want the axe. How much is it? 32. Will I be able to get enough? So 4 plus 9 is... I'll have 23. Oh, I'm still short if I do it. All right, let's see. Where else can we go? And how many steps do we have to do it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 19 steps. All right. Well, we got to do it. Commissary. You're blocking the entry to the vault. I don't need the vault. Like I said, I don't need to get to the vault anymore. I've already beaten that part of the game. If I go there, I'm just going to end up the same spot I was before. There's like, I think there's like 2 items in there that I can get, but they're not very useful at this point. The only reason I would need to get back to the vault is I will have to start a new save file, because you have to beat the vault in 1 day. So you have to do it on day 1. So you have to do a completely different save file to get that trophy. And then there's another one where I think you have to get to it in 20 minutes, but I'm not doing trophy runs right now, so I don't have to worry about that yet. I don't know if I'll be able to make it back. Unless we get some good stuff. Maybe we get the dining room. No, of course not. Why would we get that? Redraw. Rotunda, Great Hall. Guess we do Great Hall. Not gonna mess with that yet. Let's go try this. Classroom and nursery. Nursery gives me steps. So I will take steps. Oh, is there something else? What else? My metal detector is going off, telling me there's something else around here. There, key or gold? Ah, gold. Got it. Okay, so now go back here to Great Hall. Or do I go back down to here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, I can't go there. That's blocked off. So 1, 2. How many steps do I have? 17. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's try it. All right. Oop. Is it that one or this one? This one. This one might have like key or food. It has 2 keys. Beautiful. Okay, good. And we know this one will open. Ooh, attic. Do I have 3 gems? I do. That's 8 items. Yeah, I'm going for the attic. Gonna be a lot of items in here. Oh, we got the battery pack. Nice. Got the gem. Got another gem. Gold. Ooh, we could get the secret garden. That coupon book. Oh, that makes it cheaper. Okay, did I get all the items up here? Go back and take a look. Nope. Wait, did I look at this before? Yeah, I did. All right. Metal detector's going nuts. What is it going nuts for? Oh, the key. I think we read this too. Did we read this? Yeah, oh, that was right. That's the rejection letter, right? That the author got. Still hunting lore. Yeah, and items. Right now, we're trying to get enough money to buy the axe from the armory, because that will give us a big advantage permanently. So if we go back to the laundry room, we can get 12 plus 13. Still not enough. Still not enough. Oop. So it's not there. All right, lockpicks didn't work. Ooh, lever. If we wanted to, we could get to room 46. Well, we could at least get to this. We can't actually get to room 46. We're a little too short on steps. Okay, so now we have 20. Plus 8 plus 3 is 31. We're like one. Oh, but we have the coupon book. Okay, so we can do this. Let's go careful. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so we have plenty of steps to do this. What am I munching on? I know I've been eating all. I don't know why I've gone back to that bad habit of eating on stream. I'm eating boneless spare ribs from the Chinese food place and pickles. Might be a fidget thing. It's a hunger thing. I've had these like weird insatiable appetite dealios going on for a while now. Okay, so let's see. Oh no, these don't let me change to gold. So change. This service costs $5 and will exchange all of your gems. Oh, it swaps gems with gold. Okay, that's not how we want to do this then. Okay, so no, this isn't gonna work. Dang it. They all do the same thing, right? Yeah. I needed this one and I can't put this one on because I don't have the power up for it. Hey, look, this one's open. All right, so I made a mistake because I thought that's how that worked and it doesn't work that way. All right, so let's see. Can I still actually do anything? I think I'm screwed. So if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I'd have to open up the dining room. Or I just go and I take the easy way and I get the shield. I think for today we just get the shield. I think that's the best we're gonna do. Once per day while drafting, you can equip Night Shield to ignore the negative effects of any one red room. Yes, I guess we're gonna grab that. Well, that's just for today though, right? That's not permanent. This one was permanent. Kind of screwed up again. Ay, 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 ay. Not much else we can do with the amount of steps that we have. We could try get to Great Hall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we can do it. We get a rebate. Not in this room, but in this room we get a rebate. Three, 2. All right. We have just enough keys. Oh, lockpicks. Thank you. Lockpicks actually helped us out there. Okay, lockpicks didn't help us out on that one, but that's fine. Oh. Both of those were wrong. We only got 2 keys left anyway. I actually have never seen it do the double hidden door like that. All right. All right. We will come back. Oh no, it already did the order for us. Okay, that's good. All right. Dining room, please. Dining room. No dining room. How many steps do I have? I have 2 steps. Tomorrow you will start with this number of keys for that many rooms. I think that's probably our best bet. And there's not much else we can do, right? Yeah, we don't get to keep the Knight's Shield. I thought we did, but we don't. That's cool though. We at least know what the armory does now, so we'll be better prepared for it next time. All right, so I think that's it for that run. What time is it? It's 1 in the morning. I gotta get some sleep, y'all. But I do appreciate y'all hanging out. Hey, Crystal, thank you so much for stopping by. We will eventually be doing some Noita stuff on stream. I might even, I'm not on tomorrow because I've got my niece and my 2 nieces are staying over tomorrow with hanging out with my son, and they are very young and very loud. So, although maybe I could do a stream earlier. I don't know, but definitely probably is that the way we say things now? Will most likely be on Sunday night or Monday night. But I am out of here, guys. Thank you so much, YouTube, for hanging out. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're watching the VOD. We did get it. We did get our lore. We did get that 1 full book of lore, which now I have to actually consider and figure out what that means. So, YouTube, I'll see you guys later.